Hey everybody, it's Gage with Oxford Wealth with another OWA Live. Happy Bowtie Tuesday. You know, before we get started, I gotta check a voicemail real quick. Hold on just a second.
Up one. New voice message. New message. IO. For dispute on this charge, press 1 to connect with our Amazon customer care representative.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Amazon called me and left me a voicemail. Don't fall for that one. We're smarter than that. How to avoid a scam. These scammers are getting really complicated nowadays, and so we have to be careful that we're avoiding that. We have seen more scam cases with our clients in the last year than I remember in the entire 10 years that I've been here. So with this, we're starting to look at some specific strategies. These are straight from the Federal Trade Commission's website, how to avoid those. Number one, you want to make sure that you block unwanted calls. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of these scammers nowadays have been using some very tricky phone numbers, the numbers that are area code from where I live, and they're getting smart with this stuff. We've even seen some instances where they call from a company that shows up on your phone. You think, oh wow, Amazon's calling me, I better answer. Be very careful of those unwanted calls and text messages. We're all familiar not to get phished with emails. Well, now they're phishing with phone numbers and with text as well. So number two, you want to make sure that you never give personal information, especially if you did not initiate that call. If someone's calling you, if you were not expecting to give this information, or it's not someone that you personally know or trust, don't give that personal info over the phone. This includes financial information, banking information. This includes social security numbers, dates of birth, even mailing addresses. Avoid that as much as you can. Now, number three, one tactic that these scammers are using quite a bit is pressure. Avoid it. AVOID. If they're making it sound like you have got to act quickly, we believe in a mantra here at Oxford Wealth. If it's a good idea today, it'll be a good idea tomorrow. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I've got to do something about this, sleep on it today. A lot of the times these scammers act on that high pressure to get you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. So please be very careful with that. Next is know the scammer's tricks. I was sitting with a client maybe about a month ago who brought in a check and said, hey, I won the lottery in Canada and they sent me a check for $48,000. I'm going to take it to my bank and cash it. I know that it's not real, but I'm still going to cash it anyways. We said, oh, don't even get involved with those scammers. It doesn't make sense because that banking information is then reflected back on to who knows where, and they might have access to that. So please be very careful. Understand the tricks. Never send money by a gift card. Never send cash in the mail. Never ever cash those checks that they send to you. Just throw them away immediately, or even better, take them to your bank and let their fraud department investigate it. And then finally, this is probably the most important point of all. You should always talk to someone that you trust. Whether this is a family member, whether this is a close friend, whether it's our office if you've built that trust with us. Make sure that you're talking to someone. If you get involved in something, some kind of scam where you start to think, oh, you know what, they've got me. I'm really in trouble. I've got warrants out for my arrest and these guys are coming to get me. It may sound silly to you, but it's incredibly convincing. These guys are incredibly convincing. Talk to someone you trust. Sit down with one of us and say, hey, I got this going on. What do you think? You know what's even worse is one of those tricks that the scammers use is they tell you can't tell anybody about it. Well, you've got to be incredibly careful with this. Guys, we have seen these scam calls and scam artists really start to flare up in the last probably 3 to 6 months specifically. So please keep yourself safe. Do everything that you can to avoid having any contact or interaction with those scammers. You see their phone calls come in, just block them immediately. If it's important, they'll leave a message. More than likely, it'll be some computer bot recording of why you need to chase an Amazon package. Don't fall for this. It's a scary world out there, and so we just want to keep you safe. Thanks for watching this video today. If you have any questions about scammers or how you can better protect yourself, feel free to reach out to our office, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat about it. Till next time, thanks for joining us with this OWA Live.